Mail. Oatmeal. Darlene Meppen. The museum rent for the month of June. What's inside? A copy of the American Vegan magazine. Try to help these people be vegan. What's this one? Mary Lawrence. Jokes. The certificate for the world's longest running public access television show. The certificate for being 10 years on Comcast. Danbury. The first program, first half hour to go on to Manchester, Connecticut through her town of West Wethersfield. Pat Brady, 4 programs for June and July with a disclaimer and continuous with the program, which they couldn't seem to figure out how to do. So it's all done for them, Staten Island. Jeanette Santiago. Oh, there's also a copy of American Vegan magazine here, and also a copy of American Vegan magazine here. And what is it? Why did you write her? I don't know. We sent her 4 DVDs of footage of the 1970s. St. Paul's, we sent them a copy of American Vegan magazine and a $5 donation, and a request for them to help the pet parade. Pet Partners, it is. Pet Partners. We sent them $500. We sent them $5 and an American Vegan magazine. We did send somebody $500, remember? Suzanne McCormick? Oh, the Reformed Church in America. An American Vegan magazine. And Pet Partners, that's a new one. Somebody sold our name. They bought our name from somebody. And our address, which is not a good thing to do, and a $5 money order in American Vegan magazine. Did you hear about the minister who was so religious that even his contact lenses were stained glass? Now we have to post these before 9 o'clock. The U.S. Post Office is kind enough to pick up our mail for us and post it for us. We don't have to go to the post office. And there's plenty of vitamin C. Tomato juice. Hi there, folks. The groom-to-be, the bridegroom-to-be, said, "Honey, I know I'm not much to look at." And she said, "Well, that's all right, dear. You'll be in the office most of the time." What is she eating so gustily? A vegetarian turkey roll. It's made from grain, smoked. It's delicious. With a little bit of yeast on it. She's eating out of her china kitty dish that I found on the curb. Hand painted. Wednesday, day after D-Day. And Franklin sat in the English Channel. First Army, Omaha Beach. Good morning, folks. It's the 7th day of June, and Gunny is 89 years old, 1 month and 7 days, going toward 90. And I wonder today, do I have Lyme disease? The lethargy is extreme. Do 2 or 3 jobs and then I have to lie down. Then I get up and I'm just as tired as I was when I lay down. That sounds like Lyme disease to me, doesn't it to you? Do I have a bullseye? Not that I know of. Do I have a tick? I haven't found any. I have 1 lesion. I don't know if that's a tick or not. That's been around since the 1st of June. I don't know. Should we wait it out or should we go to the doctor? Whatever we have told you about these stats for Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, they're all wrong. Here are the accurate ones. YouTube leads with 64,600, and that's since the year 2006. That would be 10 years. Facebook is second with 60,600. Only 4,000 behind YouTube, and that's for 2 years. And Twitter is 35,570, and that's for a year and a half, maybe. Our reading has become considerably behind. Those are the jokes that you see from Facebook, and for some reason on a DVD they come out sideways, but I think that's rather interesting, don't you? Okay. When Glendora hired Harrison, New York Cablevision to edit a commercial for WCBS-TV in Manhattan, the operator erased another commercial that was done for WPIX-TV Manhattan. This is the obituary. I think I'll get somebody better looking than I am, better to look at than I am, and read you this obituary. Glendora asked Cablevision for $350 to replace the damage. Cablevision refused. Glendora sued pro se in the Harrison court. The judge awarded Glendora the $350, and Cablevision appealed. Alone, the minutes of the lower court, the municipal court trial, would cost $500. Dumb Cablevision. Dumb Cablevision. But they're not so dumb. They sold themselves to Altice, a French company, for $17.7 billion in the year 2016. Breathe on us, breath of God, fill us with life anew, that we may love as thou dost love, and do as thou wouldst do. Jim Schulman from Columbus, Ohio, is having a meeting of the carousel enthusiasts for 3 states, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and is it New York? And they're meeting somewhere in near Bradley Airport. in June. Thence he's going to Pittsfield, and on July 1st in Pittsfield, he's having a picture signing session with Glendora, the SS Glendora, all the little children over there who loved that show and who were intense fans of the SS Glendora back in 1956-62, WRGB Channel 6 General Electric. They're now 70 years old, but they can come and get a photograph of the SS Glendora or Glendora and Satellite 6. And I will ask each of them to sign my application to put the SS Glendora, put the chat with Glendora on Pittsfield Public Access TV, where it should have been 4 years ago. And so I am carrying the applications, and I'll just ask each one to sign. This is the Alliance for Community Media, folks, a dynamic organization of public access producers and public access TV stations across the country. They will be having their annual meeting, and this year it will be in Minneapolis. And they give our town awards to the local folks who want to apply to get the award. Our reading is way behind. We'll only do 10 minutes or so at a time. Here's some jokes. Let's see if you've heard these. Oh, yes, you have, I'm sure. This is from the Folsom Bulletin. The post office, the grandmother mailed a copy of the family Bible to a grandchild, and the clerk says, "Is there anything in here that's breakable?" And the grandmother said, "Yes, the 10 Commandments." We're going to read those to you momentarily. The most popular summer camp and the most reliable and the least expensive is what? Camp Grandma. One dad said, "It cost me $1,000 to send my daughter to summer camp so she could bring home a 50-cent pot holder." This year the family is trying something different. They are sending the dog to summer camp and the children to obedience school. One dad picked up his son from summer camp and asked, "Did any of the boys and girls get homesick?" And the son said, "Yes, the ones who have dogs." The doctor said, "Take one of these pills every day and walk a mile a day, and at the end of the month, call me." And at the end of the month, the patient called and says, "Doc, what do I do now? I'm out of pills and 30 miles from home." Here are the advertisements in the Advertiser, our local newspaper, and here's a clear-outs specializing in something residence or commercial cleanups, attics, basements, garages, estates, insured, simple solutions. Call Mark at 283-6527 since 1999. That sounds good, Mark. I'm giving up cleaning up this place. I've done about as much as anybody can do. And I spent $500, $600, $700 doing it. But I do it because of this. He trusts us with his world to keep it clean and fair. All rocks, all trees, all skies, all seas, all creatures everywhere. So that's what I'm told to do, and my conscience says to do it. You have no peace unless you follow your conscience. Now, this is the log for 2016, and every day I read it to see what happened a year ago today. A year ago today, approximately, folks, is when we went to the Classical High School reunion, Springfield, Massachusetts, our 70th high school reunion. I want you to make it. I wish that you make it. This is called the think drawer. Things you have to think about, but you don't have time to think about them now. Now, here are some vegetarian meats, meat analogs. Cedar Lake slice bologna, that's vegan. Cedar Lake sliced chicken, that's vegan. Cedar Lake sliced salami, that's vegan. These are all very, very tasty. And they're excellent in a tossed salad, making it a chef salad, but a vegetarian chef salad. Cedar Lake sliced turkey. Worthington's fry pats, that is the best hamburger there is, vegetarian. You can't get it in the stores, but you can get its cousin, which is close to it. Morning Star Grillers. Morning Star Farms Grillers. Worthington Stripples. Those aren't going to be made anymore because they are exactly like Morning Star Farms breakfast strips. Breakfasts. So get Morning Star breakfast strips. You can get that at Hannaford's, you can get it at Price Chopper, get it at your local supermarket. Worthington lamb roll, that's ham. Delicious, delicious. Just the thing for Easter. Worthington lamb roll. It's made of grain. Tasty as delectable. Worthington scallops. I only give them about a B. But they are good if you deep fry them, if you bread them and deep fry them. They're made from grain also. Loma Linda tender bits. This is a pork substitute. Pork substitute. Excellent. And vegan. Not only vegetarian, but vegan. Loma Linda tender bits. How are you going to get these things? I get them through the Seventh-day Adventist Church. But if you want me to order for you, I can do that. I'm ordering for Gloria. Again, this is her second month. Big Franks. Loma Linda Big Franks are also vegan, and I think that's .com Cat's favorite canned food. Oh no, it's Loma Linda Linquettes. That's her favorite. And that's vegan also. .com is vegan, by the way. Loma Linda tender rounds. Those are good. They're like meatballs. I would give them a B. The wham, of course, is an A, and the turkey roll is an A. The smoked turkey roll. McKay's chicken style seasoning. Yeah, very, very, very good. Does that ever make your rice taste good? And McKay's beef style, don't get it at all. Don't get it. Don't get it. I give that an E. George Washington brown gravy and George Washington golden gravy. One is a chicken substitute, another is a beef substitute. I have the prices here, but they're probably out of date now. PHILYCAM in Philadelphia, public access, or lack thereof, in the city of brotherly love. Have you learned how to cablecast a DVD yet? That 45 other TV stations across the country cablecast routinely every week and have for since 2007. Have you learned how to cablecast yet, PHILYCAM? Debbie Rudman and Gretchen, have you learned that yet? Here's the staff of our town, our other little advertiser. Jennifer Phelps is the owner and the publisher. And she prints Glendora jokes every month and announces where the meeting of the Glendora Vegetarian Club is every month. And by the way, folks, the last Wednesday in June is always the last Wednesday of the month. It's going to be a cookout on the banks of the Valatia Kill. And it's going to be vegetarian hamburgers and hot dogs. And a cookout, and we'll bring the rolls. And maybe I'll make my own. And you can bring a potluck. You can bring a salad or anything, as long as there's no animal products in it. And what we drink only water. Oh, here's a tree from Miss Susie. She lived until she was 117 years old, and she lived in Brooklyn. 117. Loved and very able. Here are the 10 Commandments for children. These are written for children, but adults can use them. Number 1. Love God more than you love anything else. What is God? God is all of us together. All of us continue. God is the only thing there is. God is a unified whole. We go together hand in hand, brother and sister. We do things for the universe that moves the universe forward. That's what God is, and we love this more than we love anything else. And we do not love self. We stay away from self. No self, no ego, and no evil. Love God more than anything else. The first commandment. The second one, don't make anything in your life more important than God. More than important than helping others and moving the universe forward. Number 3, always say God's name with love and respect. 4, honor the Lord by resting on the 7th day of the week. The Seventh-day Adventists do that. The rest of us don't. The Hebrews do it. The rest of us honor. We have Sabbath on the first day of the week, Sunday. 5, love and respect your mom and dad. 6, never hurt anyone. You hear that, folks? Number 6, thou shalt not kill. Never hurt anyone. Never hurt anyone. 7, always be faithful to your husband or wife. Whew. 8, don't take anything that isn't yours. Thou shalt not steal. Don't take anything that isn't yours. 9, always tell the truth. 10, be happy with what you have. Don't wish for other people's things. Good for you, children's 10 Commandments. Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh, this is soul. All the various definitions of soul. The soul and the spirit are not the same. The body needs the spirit in much the same way as a radio needs electricity. In order to function, to illustrate this further, think of a portable radio. When you put batteries in a portable radio and turn it on, the electricity stored in the batteries brings the radio to life. So, to speak, without batteries, however, the radio is dead. So is another kind of radio when it is unplugged from an electrical outlet. Similarly, the spirit is the force that brings our body to life. I believe that. I believe that. The spirit says to you, we need a new body, let's go. And the spirit leaves and the body is gone. Similarly, the spirit is the force that brings our body to life. Also, like electricity, the spirit has no feeling and cannot think. It is an impersonal force, but without that spirit or the force, our bodies die and return to the dust, as the psalmist stated. Very, very interesting. Who said that? I'm sorry, folks, I can't see it. All right, someday I'll try to find that out, or I'll ask somebody to find out for you. Breathe on us, breath of God, that's the Spirit. Fill us with life anew. Yeah, you see, that all fits in. Fill us with life anew, that we may love as God does love. That's what the Spirit does. That's why we can love as God does love, and do as God does do. And what is it that we do? Help others. Keep the universe going and growing. Do you think I have Lyme disease? I had it before. Gmail, chat with Glendora, article about you, American Vegan Society. Hello Glendora, here is the article about you. It is still being edited and we are working on the layout with photos. Well, thank you, Freya Dinshaw, American Vegan Society. We will ask somebody to come and read that to you. Let me find the one on the obituary and put those two together. And we'll have somebody good looking come and read this to you. With God we go to spread the joy of life. We win each day the happiness of love. We count our blessings, we give thanks, we give joy. Stop the cruel. Oh, stop the cruel. Now we'll read you this and this. Will you read this to me, how to order checks? I order them from the bank and they're about $25 and you can get them for about $7. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. What do you think? And we'll read that. And we'll tell you some jokes. And here is Lucent, the alumni magazine of the American International College, Springfield, Massachusetts. And thank you, Mary Craig, for teaching me that we don't need photographers anymore. No, we can take our own pictures. I offered to buy one of every one of your pictures, and you wouldn't respond. You wouldn't say yes, and you kept procrastinating and misrepresenting. And now we know we can get our own pictures off of our telephone and go to Walmart. Put them on the computer and then go to Walmart and get prints. Okay, we'll come back in a little while. Now those are the photos we're talking about. I'll be back in a little while, folks. I have to lie down on account of this. I think it's Lyme disease. This is tomato juice. Great value, Walmart tomato juice, and it is so tasty. And you sprinkle parsley on it, parsley flakes on it at the top, and it is delectable. And think of how good it is for you, because you cannot get good tomatoes from the store anymore. They're hard, they're tasteless, they're beautiful. Hard, tasteless. You have to wait until summertime, August, for the good tomatoes. Or, I suppose for a salad in a pinch, since you can't get any good tomatoes at the store, right? You could take a canned tomatoes, whole canned tomatoes, and drop them into your salad. I think that would taste good. Let's try that out sometime. Breathe on us, breath of God. Till we are wholly thine. We are wholly thine, aren't we? Aren't we wholly thine? We live for others, we don't live for ourselves. We are wholly thine. And that's what it means. Wholly thine is a whole universe. All of us together. And that's what we live for. We don't believe in the myth of a false desire that you can take part of the universe and take it away from the universe and say, this is mine and therefore I'm better than you are and I'm smarter, I'm better looking, I have better cars, I have more money, I'm the boss. No, we know that that's not true. We know you really can't do that, that's a fiction. We know that the only reality is getting out there every day, every minute, working together, helping one another. Cistern and brethren. Brethren and cistern. That's right.
Hi, Glendora. This is Claudia Cunningham. I got your message. I wasn't able to come last time. I know I missed a good meeting, and I will be in New Hampshire for the next meeting. So if you could let me know in the beginning of July when the July get-together is, I would like to come out and see everyone.
Last Wednesday of every month.
Okay, and keep dry, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Claudia Cunningham.
End of message. To erase this message, press message erased. End of new messages. First save voice message.
Hey, Glendora, this is Bruce. I decided to go out for a ride after I talked to you, and I just did a turtle rescue. Haven't done one in a while, and I felt good, because right after I did it, a big truck went by and would have squashed him. So he was cute and probably quite thankful. So have a good day.
So am I.
Bye-bye.
Hallelujah. Thank you.
End of message.
Turtle rescue. He's
To
rescued
erase
20
this
or
message,
30
press
of them.
7. Message erased. Next message. 5. Hi, Glendora. This is Barb.
Goody, goody.
I'm just calling to see how you're doing.
She's in Syracuse now,
love
folks.
you. Bye-bye.
Now, how do I get her number? Let's see if I can get her number.
End of message.
You
To
press,
erase this message,
go to 0.
replay this message, press 4. To get information
Go
about
to
this
5.
message, sent yesterday, Tuesday, June 6th, at 3:59 p.m. from 38667558441. Duration 14 seconds. To erase this message,
Let's
press
hear
7.
that again.
To send a reply message, press 8. To save it, press 9. Sent yesterday, Tuesday, June 6th, at 3:59 p.m. from 38667558441. Duration 14 seconds. To erase this message,
There's
press
too
7.
many numbers.
To send a reply message, press 8. To save it, press 9. Sent yesterday, Tuesday, June 6th, at 3:59 p.m. from 38667558441. Duration 14 seconds. To erase
That's too
this
many
message,
numbers,
press 7.
folks.
To send a reply message, press 8.
You better save it.
Save it, press 9. To hear message saved. Next message.
Hello, Glendora. It's Billy Adrian. Again, I'm sorry that we're back and forth with the messages here somewhat, but if we keep trying, I'm sure that we will get together on the situations that you are having and solving them too. I will take the initiative on the access channel is in the county. Now, are they out? That is to say, they were previously on, or they just have not been there? Or in any event, when we speak, I'll also be able to get some more details from you, and I'm glad that we're in communication at any rate, at least back and forth. So that's it for now, and not to worry. I will try again, and we'll be working on it. God bless you, and thank you, Glendora, for the information, which is useful as always, and the jokes, too, which are good in these times. Thank you, and that's it for now. Hope to speak with you soon, Glendora. Bye now.
What a great friend. Okay.
Message saved. End of messages. To
All
listen
right.
to your messages, press 1.
Now then, folks, the patient said to the dentist, "Doc, you still haven't pulled the right tooth yet." And the dentist says, "No, but I'm getting closer." And then the dentist who married the manicurist, and now they fight tooth and nail. And a native was asked by a tourist, "How do you pronounce it, Hawaii or Hawaii?" And the native said, "Hawaii." And the tourist said, "Oh, thank you." And the native said, "You're welcome." So maybe, folks, I don't have Lyme disease. Excuse me for walking in front of you and tripping over the tripod. Maybe I don't have Lyme disease. Why? Well, my nephew called me from Maryland. He's the one who was turned down being an admiral in the Navy so he could do intelligence work. He's going to Denver, Colorado from Maryland. And that was 3/4 an hour. And while he was talking, the little chipmunk that I used to see last year, I think it's the same one, went across the porch, upstairs, I hope so. So the next thing I did on that immediately was to get out some of my home-baked bread and throw some crumbs down onto the stoop. And also the little birdies who tweet, 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 they had to have food. And then the in-mail, the last of the in-mail, a request for money from Chimp Haven in Louisiana. So I buy 10 $5 money orders at a time. Cost $62. And so I took one of the money orders and I made it out to Chimp Haven, but anonymously. I'm wondering, folks, if there's something going on here. Is there a direct mail company that goes out and solicits these poor people trying to help the animals and sells them a package and says also here's a whole list of names that you can use. I'll sell you this list of names. Is there some direct mail company doing that? Hustling up business with all of these poor little people trying to help the animals? I'm beginning to wonder, and I'm beginning to wonder if we should participate. How do we know it's good? Maybe a person should just help the animals within his own area, where he can see and hear, and see the results. I don't know. Mercy for Animals sounds like they do so much good, and Friends of Animals sounds like they do so much good, and the American Vegan Society, that they do so much good converting people to veganism. That is the ultimate answer. I don't know, but it just bothers my conscience to throw them in the wastebasket. So, $5. And then I take that one, now I'll take that Chimp Haven, and the next request, new animal organization comes in. I'll send them $5, and then I'll send them the chimp literature, and say at the top, we gave them $5, can you? And then I'll take the new one that came in and apply it to the next one that comes in the next day. Every day. Every day. Tell me what we should do. Now, we are doing our reading and we're making a video of it. What is death? Death is your soul saying to you, we need a new body. Come on, let's go. On blank, blank, blank date, the soul left the body of Glendora Vester Folsom Buell. She held the world's title for the longest running public access television show, and still going. It is 65 TV stations, Boston to San Diego, 11,497 TV shows, and nobody challenges her claim that she was the longest running television performer, both broadcast TV and cable TV, and still going, 1953 to 2017. Now, I don't know if I like that. We're not here to compete. We're not here to be better than anybody else. We're here to cooperate. Underneath all that, you can see the very important line of public access television being kept alive and running and going, and that contribution toward it. Now, what do you say? I have somebody good looking come in here one day and read this obituary to you. Okie dokie? Folsom Family Association of America Incorporated, Executive Board, 2016-2017. Leon Folsom is the president, and he lives outside of Atlanta, Georgia. certainly not going to read that to you. The Folsom Bulletin. Thank you, Francis. Wooden, Litchfield, New Hampshire. Frozen food and canned food. These are meat analogs, vegetarian turkey, chicken, ham, pork, hamburger, hot dogs, roasts, meatballs, made by quite a few companies. Worthington Foods, corn, I guess it is corn, Loma Linda, Cedar Lakes, if you want to order some, let me know. I'll try to help you. Alternative, word 211. A choice of two things, one of which must be taken. You can't have an alternative of three things, only two things. One or the other. That's what a choice is. Election emphasizes the selective element in making a choice. You can choose what's right or you can choose what's wrong. You can choose what's selfish or you can choose what's helping others. Option stresses still further the liberty of choice. It's a great liberty that we have, isn't it, folks? The liberty of choice. That's the basis of living, huh? The liberty of choice. Can you use it in a sentence? You have the liberty of choice. We are thankful for that. We will use that liberty wisely. Preference is the desire or predilection that accompanies the act of choosing. Oh, I like that. I like that word very much. Alternative, election, option, and preference. This is kind of a neat idea, the very red cardinal inside of the globe. But no, I don't like it because I don't like captivity. I don't like captivity. The idea of the cardinal bringing in the bowl. No. Now, will you help me with this? I would like some bank checks with pictures of a kitty cat on it, and I don't know how to order it. So here's what we'll do. We'll put this with the obituary, and when we ask somebody to read you the obituary, we'll ask them to order these checks. Okie doke. And I think we're at the end of our reading today. June the 7th. Yesterday was D-Day. 1945, I remember it well. Franklin was sitting in the English Channel waiting for this command to move forward and invade France. Omaha Beach. What a dreadful thing. But a year later, it was over. On June the 5th, it was over. on D-Day, Victory in Europe Day, VE Day. Here's a card from somebody nice. Glendora. Oh, my nephew just asked me about that. Thank you so much for the APP apparel. APPLE, etc. from college Well, let's see if we can find out on the envelope from whom it came. Oh, okay. That is Sally Holden, who was about to sign a contract with the American International College, Springfield, Massachusetts, for a scholarship in track, or in soccer. And when the coach came to see her play, an unfortunate thing happened. She collided with another player and very much damaged her knee. And her knee has artificial parts in it now, somewhere or other. So we're waiting to see if that coach, and I believe his name is Kevin Asa, is going to cancel the negotiations. Thank you for the college apparel. Oh, very good. How does a mathematician discipline his children? He says, if I have told you n times not to do that, I'm telling you now for the n+1 time. Thank you. Somebody out in the 631 area code, that would be Suffolk County, Long Island, for calling that joke in on the phone. Thank you. So maybe I don't have Lyme disease because I've done all these 6 things and I haven't gone back to bed yet. Lord, dismiss us with thy blessing. Fill our hearts with joy and peace. Let us each thy love possessing, triumph in redeeming grace. Oh, refresh us, traveling through this universe. He doesn't have many faults. No, but he makes the most of the ones that he has. Dad, he's only a young man trying to get ahead. Well, he needs one. A referee describes a football fan as somebody who screams at you because he thinks you called one wrong at the interior of the center line, then he goes out into the parking lot and he can't find his car. Hi there, everybody. A man says, I don't know what it is about our meetings that makes them so dull, but whatever it is, it always works. And remember this, speakers, that in order for a speech to be immortal, it does not have to be eternal. Hi folks, this Barbara asked his customer, where are you going on your vacation? And the customer, a young man, said, I'm going to Rome. The Barbara says, oh, you don't like Rome. The food is no good, the beds are hard, and you'll never get to see the Pope. So the young man was sort of discouraged. But he went anyway. And he came back, and the Barbara says, where did you go on your vacation? And the young man says, I went to Rome. The food was very good, the beds were very comfortable, and I did get to see the Pope. You got to see the Pope? What did he say? Well, he pat me on the head 3 times, and then he said, where did you get that haircut? Folks, the young man was interviewing a young lady, and he says, what's the name of the bank? And she said, Piggy. A young daddy said, how come the boy who wasn't good enough to marry your daughter is the dad of the smartest grandson in the whole world? Hey everybody, the senior citizen said, if I'd known I was going to live this long, I'd taken better care of myself. Hi everybody. The doctor said to his patient, why, you have a disease there's not even a telephone for yet. And the doctor said to the Japanese man, you have a cataract. And the Japanese man says, no, I have a Lincoln. Hi there, folks. What do you call a miniature guppy? What? What do you call a miniature guppy? A microfiche. Hey, how you doing today? The senior citizen said she was in her cereal stage. What's that? Well, I feel my corn more than I feel my oats. Hey everybody, how you doing today? When I was a little girl, I was ashamed of my pigeon toes. And nowadays, I'm troubled by my crow's feet. Hey, how you doing today? This woman had a birthday, and she says, I just turned 23. And her husband says, that's right. Yesterday she was 32. Hi, Mary. Is your husband more decisive since he took that psychology course? Yes. He does the wrong thing much faster now. Hi, folks. There's one thing you can say about my TV show, A Chat with Glendora. It has a happy ending. Everybody's glad when it's over. Folks, you know what BA stands for, Bachelor of Arts, and you know what BS stands for. And MBA is Master of Business Administration. but really it's more bad advice. And what does PhD stand for? Pout higher and deeper.
Sure, yeah, go ahead. So, yeah,